All right, here we go. Welcome to Pilates 804, where we're going to get a nice mat workout today. When you're ready, join me down on the mat. Here we are in position, ready to go. So we're going to start with a little bit of footwork today, right? So think reformer. We got our Pilates V. We got bird on the perch. Heels, that's going to feel similar, right? And then we're going to move into a little bit of point flex action, right? Here we go. So when you're ready, pull your knees to your chest. Right, so working on a nice long spine here, right? Don't drop. Checking in. Here we go. So now your Pilates V here, you're going to extend away from center, keeping your head down, right? And choose your angle, right? Exhale, pull that legs back in, right? And again, inhale, reach, right? And you're trying to find that posterior side. Exhale, pull that back on in. We got 10, ladies, gents. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull back on in, right? Maybe you're feeling hamstrings here. Maybe you're feeling back, right? Whatever it is today, right? Embrace it. Be ready for it, right? Exhale, pull back in. Find that ab engagement. Continue to find length in your spine, right? Who's counting? Who's counting with me? Yeah, 7. Yeah, 8, 9. Yes, come on, ladies. Come on, gents. Let's go. Pull it back in. Now, switch to, and this exhale, pull those knees back in. Find your bird on the perch feeling, right? So what does that feel like? You feel your toes crunching all up, right? You're still reaching through those heels. Right there it is. Try to keep those feet together as you inhale. Reach away from center. Stand into exhale. Pull back in. Take note. You see Eliza? She's a little bit higher, right? That's where she is today. You see Ashley? She's a little bit lower, challenging herself. You too can challenge yourself here. Figure out where you want to be today as you continue to move, right? Here we go, right? We got about 4 more here. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull back on in. Yes, warming abs up here. Now, as you come back in for this last one, as you inhale, reach. Exhale, pull back in. Woo, heels. Toes pull back towards you, right? So think big toe, second toe reaching away. Pinky toes pulling back to you as you reach away. Again, inhale, reach. Exhale, right. Now, as you ladies continue to move here, hey, everybody, I don't want you to move from your back. I want you to think about moving and extending from here as you continue to pick up abs. Continue to think about pulling those ribs to center, right? So you put suspenders, if you will, on your hips and ribs. Yeah, you guys got like 3 more. Everybody's on their own tempo. Right, really reaching through those heels, looking for that posterior side. Thank you. Last one. Woo, nicely done. Take a moment here because that was some work. Yeah, shake it out. Shake it out. Yeah, things are warming up, right? Okay, come on back. Come on, we're not done yet. Yeah, we're not done yet. Come on back. Here we go. So now, as you extend those legs out away from center. Right, here we go. Point those feet. Flex them. Point and flex. What happened to the breathing? Are you guys still breathing? They're still breathing. Right, come on. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. Now maybe try a little bit of circles with those feet. All right. Maybe they go different directions. Maybe they go the same direction. Right, let that stuff move. There you go. Nicely done. Right, when you're ready, exhale, pull those knees back in the center. Right, your feet are going to hit the mat. Nicely done. Abs warm yet?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good. Let's go. Here we go. Shoulder bridge time. So now, feet. Let's start with feet together. Yeah, feet together. You have permission to use as much arms as you like here, right? Be nice and strong here as you continue to give me a nice long spine. Right, you're going to curl tailbone under. Feel pubic bone pull back towards you, right, as you start lifting those hips. Right. And just be here. Find a nice long spine. Continue to find length to the crown of your head. Yeah, if you need to organize and reset, yeah, go ahead. All right, take a deep breath here. And on your exhale, slowly start articulating down, 1 vertebra at a time. There you go. Yeah, hips should be the last thing that come down. That was easy. A little smaller base, but that was easy, right? Let's do it again. Let's just check in, right? Here we go. Curling tailbone under. All right, and you start lifting those hips, right? You feel the reach and the press into those arms, right? As you work on balancing on top of shoulder blades, as you continue to find length through the crown of your head this way. Right. If this is where you are today, totally fine. If you want more, pull your right knee towards your chest. And extend that leg long. Woo, that looks great. Yeah, let that be a 90. Inhale, reach away. Exhale, reach back up 2, right? And again, inhale, reach. Exhale, reach back up to the ceiling. You got 2 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. As you bend your knee, place that foot right down next to the other one. Guess what? Stay up. Opposite foot. Pull that knee to your chest. Right. Extend that leg long. Here we go. Inhale, reach away. Exhale, pick it back on up. Yeah, this looks good, ladies. Right. So now, if you find this a little challenging and you can't tell what's happening right here, where Ashley is finding how her hip is pulling up into the center and getting the shortness in her left side, you need to figure out how to find some length on that side. Right. There you go. Now, as you slowly start to articulate down. Hi, Eliza. Nicely done. Right. In this work, you really want to find how you try to keep those hips level instead of letting one side shorten and the other side getting a little bit longer, right? So that's the challenge in that work, right? Good job, everybody. So now we're moving on through our stomach series. Not too bad. We're going to do half of it. So we're going to start with our single leg stretch. So again, as you pull your knees towards your chest, here we go. Yeah, coming on up, you're going to take your right hand, place it on your right shin. Left hand goes on your right knee. You extend your left leg long. There you are, ready to go. You're already in your 100 curve, right? And as you switch legs, you're going to breathe. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Or it's an inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. One more time here. Inhale and exhale. Both knees pull in the center. Right, double leg stretch. Here we go. As you extend both legs long in a Pilates V, arms reach overhead. Circle those arms around as you bend your knees, deepen that flexion. Thank you. And repeat. Inhale. Do you feel your bum here? Uh-huh. Do you feel your quads here? Maybe you feel both of them. Good. Right, and as you continue to move, you got two more here. Inhale and reach. Exhale. Circle back around. One more time. Nice. Here we go. As you lower your chest, give yourself a nice little hug as you let your knees spread a little bit further apart. Hold on to your shins, pull as you continue to find your shoulder blades pulling the center. Stretch your entire back here. That should feel really good. Nice. Okay. Moving on. Last thing in the series here, right? So a little bit of oblique work here, right? So as you extend both legs up towards the ceiling, hands come down to the mat. Right. Nice strong legs here, right? Whether you're in a Pilates V or parallel, you're still standing. Now I want you to have that feeling of bird on a perch, right? And notice what happens through that posterior side with that work here, right? So now, as you let your legs go over to the right, let your spine move here, not your hips. Exhale, pull back to center, right? And again, opposite side. Inhale, exhale, pull back, right? You might feel one hip coming up. It should, as you let your spine rotate. Yes, exhale, pull back to center. Good. And your focus here is trying to make sure that your lumbar is moving, not your thoracic, right? So Ashley right now is having a little bit of trouble. Maybe you are too. So find a little bit more engagement in this stuff. Try to keep your head still as you work on finding engagement in those shoulder blades and reach and press into. One more time each side. If you need a break, do it. This is your workout, your practice. Do you, right? There you go. Right. Now as you pull your knees back in the center. Right. Here we go. Feet come on down. Legs get to go long. Uh-huh. Yeah. Ready? Arms reach up to the ceiling. Nice little sneak in roll up here, right? So as you take a big inhale, exhale, maybe you circle your arms around. Maybe you reach as you roll all the way back on up. Woo! Diving forward. Nicely done. Shimmy on back on the mat. Get ready for your spine stretch forward. All right, so your feet, go ahead and be about mat distance apart. Yep, that looks good. Right. And this work right here, right? So now, we all know spine stretch forward. You know, you're diving forward, being connected, but I want to find some articulation in the spine in this work today. So, when your arms reach away from center, right, you're extending, you're reaching, right, you're being nice and tall, you're picking up your chest here, right? On your exhale, you're going to give me that 100 curve, and you're going to let your hands slowly reach down towards the floor. Right. Note Ashley has her knees bent. She's a little tight. Maybe you are too. Great option. This is also an option. Okay, so here you are as you continue to walk your hands forward. Right. Now find this optimal place where you're able to extend into a flat back as you work on picking up your chest. Right. And allow that rotation through your shoulder to help you open your chest in that work. Nice wide clavicle. Thank you. Right. Now go back to that 100 curve. Right. And as you work on pulling abs back, slowly walk your hands back towards you as you stack up nice and tall. Right. Shoulder blades connect back to spine. Right. Round two. Here we go. As you take a big exhale, tuck your chin, walk your hands forward, slide them forward, pull your abs back and away. Right. And find that place where you can transition into your flat back. You feel this tilt of tailbone behind you. Right. You might feel some tightness, so it's okay to bend your knees. It's okay to bend your knees. Right. Now give me that 100 curve again. As you look back down, you pull abs back and away. Right. And as you start to walk your hands back towards you, you stack up nice and tall. That should feel really good. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Let's do that again. All right. Do what option works best for you. Right. You might find that each time you walk those or slide those hands out further, you get a little bit further, and you're able to get more into this tilt of the pelvis, finding some stretch through all of this work, like right here, right, and then finding how you tuck chin, pull those abs back. You're still working on picking up those abs, scooping up and in to stack back up tall. Everybody, give me one more time. Looks fantastic. Yeah. Right, and as you find length, right, there you go. And slowly articulate back the other way as you pick those abs up and in to stack back up tall. Nicely done. Okay. All right, everybody, we're transitioning to your quadruped position, right? So as you swivel around, find yourself on all fours, right? So here, the setup. You want to make sure that your shoulder, wrist, and elbow are on top of each other. Your knees are underneath your hips, right? And making sure that you are not too far back away from your hips with your knees, so that way you can find your bum stick out. Yes, I said it, stick your bum out. Find a little bit of anterior tilt, pick your head up, let this rotation through your chest. Yeah, there you are. Now that you are here, you want to make sure that your abs are engaged. You're not just hanging out from here. You're going to take your right hand, place that behind your head. We're going to work on a little bit of rotation. So your options right here, because if you are tight through your spine, through your thoracic spine, you're going to want to stick your leg out. Let's say right leg, same leg, sticks out to the side. Right, yeah, there you go. And let your foot be flat. Yeah, there it is. You can point, whatever. Right, and what you're trying not to do is dump your hip down, right? Yeah, chest is still down. Well, we haven't started yet. Chest is still down, hips are still square. Find that reach through. Yes, that right there, thank you. That right there, thank you. Check in, are your hips level? Here we go. So now with an inhale, you're going to open your chest towards your leg, right, as you push into that left hand. Right. Big exhale as you come back down through center. Right. And again, big inhale, open. Right. Push into that left hand. Right. Exhale and close. There you go. Now try this. Take note. You see how hips are shifting? Can you keep hips level? Can you keep hips level and let your thoracic spine? There it is. Right. One more time, ladies, right? Be strong into your standing arm, if you will, right? And exhale. Now, that same right hand, you're going to thread the needle as you put that between thigh and arm and let your chest, shoulders come down to the mat. Right, allow yourself to come down to the mat, bend your elbow. Ooh. Yeah, and breathe into that for a second, yeah. Let that be a thing, right? And if you find some movement in there, if that feels good to you, this is your practice again, let that happen, right? If you need to come back out of that and find a little bit more range, let it feel good to you. All right, here we go. And when you are ready, you're coming back to your quadruped position. Knee pulls back in the center. Check in. You want to make sure your knees are underneath hips. Shoulder, wrist are on top of each other. And give yourself a little bit more space, right? You want to make sure that you're starting in an optimal place where you feel really stable. And again, just as a reminder, you want to make sure you have a little bit of tilt to tailbone, abs are engaged, chest, sternum is forward. Right, there you go. Now, we got to do the opposite side. Left hand goes behind your head. And remember, your option is to kick your leg out to the side, which both of them opted for, so you can totally do that. But make sure in this place, now that your chest is still facing the ground, hips are still square, right? Which means you slide that leg out a little bit further. Same for you. Let that leg swing forward a little bit more. There you go. And now you can find that work right there, right? Here we go. Now, as you open your chest over to the side, you push strong into your right hand. Right, big inhale. Exhale, lower back on down. Good. And again, big inhale. Right, pushing into that right hand. Exhale, close. One more here. Right, fighting to keep your hips square. Fighting to keep your hips square. There you go. Nicely done. This time, you're going to take your hand and thread the needle here, right, as you lower your left shoulder down towards the mat. Right, let that feel good to you. Right, and if you're tight, right, here we go. And as you take a big inhale, you're going to come back on up. Right, maybe you open back up to the side. There you go. Nice. Nicely done. Okay. Here we go, everybody. Go ahead and push bone back to a child's pose, right? So that way you can stretch your back out a little bit here. And when you're ready, you're going to come back to all fours, back to your quadruped, right? We're going to do a little bit of hip extension, flexion work here, right? So again, the same setup where you have knees underneath your hips, alignment for your shoulders, right? Right leg. You're going to extend your right leg long behind you. Tuck your toes under, right? Feel the reach back through your heel, right? So you can find that connection up into hammy glute connection. There we go. Slide that leg back in the center. Opposite leg. As you slide that leg out, tuck toe under, reach back through that heel. You still have a nice proud chest here, right? You're not looking at your belly button yet. You're looking straight down. Slide it back on in. Now, opposite side, as you slide that right leg back on out and you reach back through that heel, right? I want you to lift that heel up towards the ceiling without allowing your hips to dump to the left, right? You want to try to keep your hips square. Thank you. And pull that leg back in the center. Let's try that with that left leg. Nice. And if you, yeah, that worked right there. Good. And as you pull that leg back in the center, this time we're going to add a little bit of spinal flexion with that work. So as you slide that right leg back behind you, right, here we go. Now you're going to pull your right knee towards your chest as you come up into a 100 curve, right, puff, bra strap area, ribs up to the ceiling, and then extend right on back to that hip extension, right, reaching through that, and repeat. Pull that knee back in the center. Really push strong into this work. Thank you. Exhale. Inhale. Whatever your breath is here. As you exhale and pull that knee back in the center. Last one. As you extend. Thank you. Reset that leg down. Let's try that with the other leg. Toe tucks under as you extend that left leg back behind you. Right, strong in these hands, right? Don't collapse here. Don't collapse here. Really push into the floor as you extend and you reach that heel up towards the ceiling. Then you pull your knee towards your chest as you give me a little bit of 100 curve, protraction of the shoulder blades. Thank you. And then pull back in. Right. Really fight again to find how you keep your hips square. Right. Fight for it. Good. And as you continue to move and breathe here, stay strong in these arms. Right. Nicely done. Last one. Stay with me as you continue to breathe. And last one, as you extend that leg long, reset that knee right back underneath you. Here we go. Last thing here in this quadruped position, we're going to move into fire hydrant, right? So we're going to start with that right leg, right? And you're going to keep your knee bent, and all you're asking for is that right leg to reach out to the side. Right, and you're, again, still focusing on trying to keep your hips square. Doesn't matter how high that knee comes up, right? What I'm looking for is a level pelvis. Do you feel yourself shifting side to side with your arms? Do you feel that work, right? Try to right yourself to stay stable, right? Which means you might have to shorten that range. Totally fine, right? I need 2 more. Right, there you go, Eliza. Nicely done. You guys got it. Stay with me. Last one. There you go. Now, as you reset, opposite side, right? So as you get yourself organized and get ready for the opposite side here, right, here we go, left leg. As you extend that leg out to the side, knee stays bent, right? And then as you slide that leg back on out, right? And again, you're working on trying to make sure that upper body doesn't move. All this is coming from the hip, and make sure that you're working in a place where you're not trying to break down the structure of this foundation here, right? One more here. Good job. As you push back to a child's pose. I would suggest maybe let your knees be a little bit wider than usual, right? So you can really reach on out and let your back stretch here. Yeah. Nicely done, guys. Okay, from here, you're going to slide forward, right? And lay on down onto your stomach for your swimming, right? So as you get organized here, legs together, challenging, legs a little bit further apart, a little bit easier. Your option. Your practice, right? So here we go. With your arms reaching out in front of you, your nose is hovering right above the mat, right? Abs are still engaged, right? So right arm lifts, left leg lifts, right? You're pressing your left arm and your right leg down into the mat. And as you lower back on down, you're switching to the other side, right? And as you pick up your chest, you're really trying to draw a sternum forward and lower back on down. Guys, continue to bring your abs with you, right? Don't depend on all of your back to do the work, right? You really have to have this engagement through this work right here, as well as back. Shoulders still working, because you're pressing, you're reaching, right? You're pressing, you're reaching. There you go. One more time here. Even everything went out. Thank you. Woo. I know that feels good. All right. So here you go. When you're ready, you're going to push up to a plank position for me. Yeah, this is going to be challenging. So here's your option. If this is challenging, right, you want to bring your knees down to the floor, and we can just try to be there and hold that position. But from here, you're going to lift your right knee or right leg up towards the ceiling, right? Maybe you rock back. You rock forward, place that leg back on down. Right, opposite leg. As you rock forward, rock back, and place that foot back on down. Right, continue to push into the floor. Continue to be strong. Right, try to keep your hips down and level as you drive your chest forward and find this rotation through your chest here. Right, you feel how much you want to pick those hips up? How do you allow this rotation through your shoulder right here? Through the shoulder right here. So bring your chest forward to do the work. Yes, one more time each leg. There you go. Last one, and once you're done, yeah, go ahead and push back to a child's pose. Ooh. I think you guys got a good workout today. Did you enjoy that? Nicely done. Thank you for joining us today. See you next time.